Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. As you can tell, I'm going back to au naturel with my hair. My hair is quite curly, and over the last couple of years of constantly straightening it or curling it or whatever I do with it, guess what? My hair's starting to fall out. So I've got to go back au naturel, and thank God I stopped bleaching it a few years ago, so all the blonde's out of it now. But this is going to be the new me for a while, but going back to the curls. So this morning I was outside, I had a shower, and I was out in the sun, and I live on a third floor balcony. And I'm in the sun, scrunching it up, drying it. Came back inside, and I got all you guys, your beautiful tarot cards. So if I just turn my screen down, you can see I've already pulled out some cards for people. And about 2 minutes ago, I thought, where's Mary? I went outside, and we've got a big glass door on the veranda. There's Mary sitting on the veranda. I opened the door up, man, she was so hot. She's like fuming. So anyway, I bring her inside and I went, oh my God, Mary. So why am I so concerned about Mary is because I'm on the third floor here and I don't want her to do the sugar glider. Can you imagine a cat doing the sugar glider off the third floor veranda? Oh my God, she wouldn't make it. I weighed Mary this week. She's 7 kilos. That's 15 and a half pounds. So Mary's on a diet. So for anybody wondering about Mary, she is fine. She's cooling down. I've put the air conditioner on her. It is 9 a.m. Sunday here now, and it is hot. Australia, welcome, Nanu. You know, we're a hot country here. Sizzling hot country here. And my poor cat, she did not enjoy that 5 or 10 minutes that she was just stuck out on my veranda, so on my balcony. So my heart's a little bit still racing because I worry about Mary. You know, she's an old cat. So when she calms down a bit, she'll probably come in. I do have the cat Valium for her. Just remember that. Alrighty, so today, Tarot Day. Why did I just go into that tangent for, you may ask? Because there's always a reason for everything I say, right? Same bat time, same bat channel. I always go into the bat cave and work out why things happen. But this week is all about being truthful. There's a lot of truths coming out this week. So be on your guard when people say things or do things that's not generally what you observe with them. Because true colors are coming out. This is one thing that I've noticed. I've observed it with a few people, and wow, it is so true. Okay? So be on your guards this week, guys. Really pay attention to what other people around you say, because there will be little slip-ups. I try to be as transparent and honest as I can be, but this energy pardon me, burping because I just had a big glass of water after I got Mary in off the balcony, but this energy probably coming from the AI, the 3-eye Atlas comet or whatever it is that's coming in. We have to remember here to be truthful to ourselves as well. Do you honestly is the big key here. Do you honestly like your situation? Is there anything you want to change? Your job, your friends, your family, your location, your hair? Is there anything that you wish that you could think of that you would want to change to become more you? Because this is the time to go out there and say, guess what? This is me. We don't have to get on the soapbox. We don't have to do the I'm a sweet transvestite, okay? We don't have to pull out the Tim Currys. But as long as we're honest and truthful to ourselves, okay? Because when we are honest with ourselves and when we're transparent with, you just talk to yourself at night and you say, well, I've always wanted to be a rock and roll star. So you close your eyes and you pretend you're on stage and you get on the air guitar or you're a drummer, singer, or whatever it is that you want to be in that band. If you've always wanted to be an artist, you close your eyes at nighttime and you visualize yourself painting, singing, rock climbing, abseiling, parachuting, anything that it is that you've ever wanted to do. Because the more we are true to ourselves at this point, the better energy and the stronger energy, I should say, that we are receiving at this point. Why do you think I've gone back to my curls? Because I have to at this point to be honest and truthful to me. Okay? This is what it's all about, guys. This energy. Watch for the slip-ups people are making. There's a lot going on. I saw a big slip-up with a politician the other day. I'm not saying who, because I don't take sides. But I thought, wow, they just slipped up. Wonder how many others have noticed that. Because when we're aware of the energy around us, and when we are tuned in to that energy around us, and we look objectively without our ego, that is when we see this true self that's coming out with everybody. We're aware of the honesty out there. We're aware of the energy and the good intentions and the negative intentions that are being put out there. So this is now where we can learn who to trust and who not to trust. And that's a big one because there's a lot of people on my do not ever trust that person again list. I've got a lot on that list. Politicians, government officials, people who were never elected, but they say they've got they know everything about medical, but, Bill Gates, that one, we all know that one. He's virtually on the top 5 of my list. Do not ever trust that person again. So, buckle into your seats, guys. Put your helmets on and let's get some tarot cards because that's what you're here for, right? So, thank you so much for everybody who has already commented. Those who comment before I go live, as you know, you're the ones who don't just get the tarot cards, you also get my Love Dove card. Every card starts with the word love. So you get the special one because you commented first, so I can pull these cards. Over the last half hour, I've been pulling out cards for people, and oh my God, have I got some good messages come in for some of yous today. Okay, so if you do want a private reading from me, this is the time to do it because I've got heaps of spots available in the next week and a half. My friend Elaine is coming over. Yes, I've got an itch just here because I just had a scratch and I was in the sun, so I was starting to sweat. But my friend Elaine is coming over from Fiji. Yay! Can't wait to see her. Actually. Oh, she leaves on the Saturday. Damn, you won't see her. Because if she was here for my live, I'd have her sitting in the seat next to me. Damn, Elaine. You didn't work out your time and dates well, did you? You were supposed to be here for my live. Anyway, but, oh my God, it's hot having curls, I tell you. Oh. Anyway, so, oh my God, Anna True just popped in. Yay! I love Anna True. So, let's get back on to point, guys. When we stay calm and when we don't have an emotional reaction, this is where peace comes. They say if you look up peace in the dictionary, it says when there's no wars. No. Peace is that flat line where there's no emotional reaction. No anger to make it go, ee! No happiness to make it go, ee! I'm so happy. I'm so sad. I'm so angry. So we've got to get rid of that emotion because emotion is energy. Energy is a frequency that creates that wave of currency. Just got to write that down. Okay. So when we stop our emotions and we just think about being calm, and we don't think, and we just allow ourselves to receive. We don't ask for anything because that's ego, but we just allow ourselves to drift into the ether. Pause. Because this is where we get our clarity. This is where we get those, oh my God, I've got to do that. We get the epiphanies when we pause and we don't think about what's going on. So when we see in all this transparency that's coming out now, true colors are coming out in a lot of people. Just sit back and try not to have an emotional reaction to it. Don't put your ego into seeing the truth of what's going on at this point. That is what the main point I want to get to is today. Okay? Because there's a big couple of truths that are about to drop. Did you see that somebody has released some names off a certain island? Guess who's on that list? The usual suspects. But guess who's not on that list? Somebody who a lot of people are accusing that he's there but he's not. So when we look at Epstein and the truth is coming out now, and oh my God, it's a deep well. If you've seen my posts on Facebook, I posted this thing. Now, you're welcome to go and check out my posts on Facebook. If you do send me a friend request, please send me a private message to say it's you, because I get heaps of friend requests every day. I had 4 from Zach Bagans the other day. So here's me on Facebook. It's Linda Ray with Mary Cakes and me. Scroll away at the things that I say, because the one that really I want you to go to, 16 hours ago, this is the one with Bill Gates and Ghislaine Maxwell. When you read this article of who's on this list, so I'm not very long, look, it's just that long, but I'm not going to read it here because I'll probably get banned off YouTube. But it's interesting what they're saying is going on. Is this the truth? Because there's going to be a lot of false lies in this and false flags. When truths come out, they have to bring out lies so people believe it's the truth, right? But at the end of the day, guys, just remember, when we are in that calmness of no emotional reaction is when we get the clarity and where our intuition tells us yes or no. Okay? So let's get into some tarot, because that's what you're all here for. So, I've spoken enough. AD 28. Dear Linda, you're an absolute beautiful soul. I love you, AD 28. Your presence always makes me full of happiness. Well, I'm always a bundle of fluffy ducks. And hope you're all well. May I have a card? You can, because I've already pulled them out for you. You got the Page of Pentacles, which I love the page because he's all about good news coming. Pages are always about good news coming. And love would start a creative new project. So there you go, AD 28. There's your 2 for you. Straight up off the ranks this morning. Thank you so much for commenting before I went live. Okay. Anyone who does want a private reading, please use the link below. I do have spots available in the next 2 weeks, a week and a half before Elaine comes over. Okay? Yes, I don't charge for what I do. Today is free. Yay! If you want a private reading from me, all I ask for is a contribution. Okay? I don't set a price. Okay, Angie. Hi, Linda. Would love your insight into a man I'll marry. So, you got the 10 of Swords, Angie. This means you've got choices and delays. What it also means is that you're suffering from a loss. When we want to get married, you've got to ask yourself, why do I want to get married? Why? The reason why. People usually want to get married because they want closeness, they want intimacy, they want children. Why do we need to have something that we haven't already got is the big question. So please look at Angie and ask yourself, why do you need these things that you don't already have? You are 100% sufficient. You are 100% full of love. You've got to supply all this for yourself first before a guy comes along, because he's not going to add love to you. He only amplifies what you've already got. So if you've got mental health issues and you get a partner, that partner usually points out all our inefficiencies. So we've got to be 100% full before the guy comes along. Work on yourself first is what I'm hearing, Angie. Okay, because this card is all about loss and wanting things that we don't have as well. So it's the Ten of Swords, and your Love Dove card says love would go for a walk in the sunshine, because when you go for a walk in the sunshine, this is where you get all your clarity. This is where you sort out all your own inner demons. This is when we ask ourselves, what is it really that I really want? Okay? We never get a partner to make us feel better. We get a job, so we get the financial security, but we don't get a partner. Please don't do it for the wrong reasons. Okay, that's all I'm hearing, Angie. Please Google your card. It's the Ten of Swords. Okay? Yeah, look it up for yourself. Okay, Colin M. Yes, I made the podium. Da, 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 da. Hang on, get out the trumpets. A little bandstand for Colin M. You're gorgeous. Morning, all. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Okay, sorry, because I love you too. Anyway, anyone who mentions you too, I just go straight into with or without you. Anyway, sun's out. Got to get me some more vitamin D for my beautiful, delightful complexion. Colin, you got some cards? I don't need energy boosters, do I? Anyway, Nine of Cups for you, Colin M. And love, trust that all will work out for the best in the end. There's your cards, Colin M. Okay. Oh, gosh, I love it. I love being here for you guys. I love what I do. How many of you can honestly say I love what I do? Oh, my God, I get so excited. All right, so next we've got Mel and Robert's cards. Robert, these are yours first, my darling. Okay, thank you for staying up. I saw your later comment. Okay, yes, Mel's gone to bed, so please write down her card. But Robert, your card is the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, I love that you got a Ten of Pentacles. And love would make time for playful adventures. Ooh, okay. So there's your cards, Robert Harris. Write those down or pause the screen so you can see what you've got. And for Mel, Mel. Okay. Mel got the Six of Cups. There's the Ninja Ginger. The Ninja Ginger. Okay, Six of Cups. I love some of the pictures on my cards, I really do. Okay, Six of Cups, and love would open doors for others. So that's a little private message now for Mel. Okay? Yes. So there you go, Robert. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, it's that Aussie chick. Good morning, everyone, and another great Sunday morning with our favourite lady. Hello, no. I have a question. Let me clear my throat for this one. I've been drawn towards spirit boxes lately, never used one. What are your thoughts about this? Spirit boxes. Do they work? Let me have a drink of water. Okay. There's a lot of different types of spirit boxes out there. If you get one that has no Wi-Fi, that is just like a radio, you know, the old transistor radios? Yeah, you put the batteries in it and then you turn the dial to tune it into the different radio frequencies. If you're using one of those type boxes, I believe, in my own personal opinion, that we get a far more accurate result than by using apps on our phones. Apps on our phones, I'm just going to say it, are crap. Please don't use ones that you download, because the reason is apps access your microphone, they access your photos, it accesses everything now through AI. So it'll look at things that you've done in the past, and then it says those words back because it's AI through the app. We can't trust apps anymore for ghost investigations, unfortunately. You know, they're not accurate. They're toys, and I don't prefer to use them because I'm more professional than that. Spirit boxes, on the other hand, you want to go non-Wi-Fi for that exact reason, so there's no AI interference. Go old school with what you use. That's why I use the Gauss meters, the Mark IIs that they use, like on Ghost Adventures. You know, I look at the professionals and see what they use, and then I mimic what they have, because they don't use Wi-Fi for anything like apps. They don't use apps because it's toys. You know, I was out on a ghost tour one night, and this guy's got the app on, and he's telling us a story about when he was a kid and going out on his first ever ghost hunt at a cemetery and doing this and doing that. So 10 minutes later, we're inside this location, and he's got the app on, and he says, "Where are we?" And it says cemetery. He's only just said cemetery 10 minutes earlier, so it's mimicking. Okay, so you've got to really scrutinize these apps. They're no good if it. They're no good for paranormal investigations, but get yourself the good spirit box, because I've used a spirit box and there is some crazy stuff that comes through, because it's all about tweaking the frequency where the spirits and ghosts can have an access point to come through into our dimension. So it's like the old cans with the string. You know how you've got two cans and you put one to ear and you can hear what the other guy says down the string? So the spirit box is the string between what the spirits say, or ghosts, whatever, to us. So you've got to have something that is credible to use as the string. Okay, hope that clarifies. So I gave you your cards, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's that Aussie chick. I haven't given you a card yet. Didn't give you your cards yet. Okay, here's your cards. I think I've just got to make sure, because I always put 5 on the top. So let me just make sure. 8028, Ange, Colin, Robert. It's that Aussie chick. Good. Yep, because Marissa Dummell's down there because I've already looked at her card. Okay. It's that Aussie chick. Love protects the young from harm. So if you ever do use a spirit box, be careful. Protect yourself. Okay? And your card, oh my gosh, look what you got. It's that Aussie chick. It's that Aussie chick. Oh my God, the world card. Come on, you have got some amazing decisions to make in the next few weeks. You're standing on the world. All your dreams can become reality at this point. It's that Aussie chick. I reckon the world's one of the best cards in the deck. Okay? Yes. Okay. Marissa Dummel, hello, back at you. How is your daughter? Well, she's not here today. She's now decided every Saturday she goes and plays let's start again. Dungeons and Dragons with her friends. Now, anyone who's ever played D&D, it ain't a 1 hour show. So every Saturday she goes down all day, and then last night they had a sleepover so they could continue playing today. I've never played D&D. I wouldn't even know what it looked like. I know there's heaps of dice that you do something with, but I know she's having fun. She's with all her friends today. Mary, well, I hope she's cooling down because she was out on the veranda. The little look on her face when I went out to the door and she said, "Help me!" I opened the door, she bolted in, and I picked her up. Oh my God, she had smoke coming out of her. She was so hot from being out in the sun. Oh my God. I don't want to know how long I left her out there for. Oops. Okay, so Mary is well. She's in the AC now. Not fatter before I came on lot. May I please have a card relating to when I will hear back on getting into housing? Thank you in advance and sending you love as usual. So, darling, you got the Knight of Pentacles. And love tells you how it feels about herself. So this again is honesty for you. Being honest. Now, I did have a look at your card, but hello, my brain is a sieve, so I've got to look it up again. Where is the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, everyone is pleased with this card, Knight of Pentacles, for it means that something one has been waiting for finally comes through. It can relate to life, work, money, or love. If you have a situation that you have methodically developed and patiently waiting for, and yet to have seen no results, you will find them forthcoming at last. So this means be patient, little one. Be happy and be appreciative of where you are now. Be grateful. But at the end of the day, when you're giving your thanks and saying, wow, thank you so much, I've got these people helping me out. Thank you for all this organization is doing. Thank you for everything that's happening in my life. However, guess what? Please free up this space. I release this space for somebody else who needs it, because there's always other people who need it. And now it's time for me to move into my forever home. Okay? Release after you will. Start again. You be grateful for what you've got. Then you release it and say, thank you, but no thanks. I'm over it. I'm never ready for the next step. And then you say, thank you so much for the magic of the universe, for making everything happen for me. Everything is always working out for me. I trust the plan. I trust the plan. So once we say it like that, that's when magic happens. Your cards are saying magic's about to come for you, Marissa. Love tells you how it feels about you. Be honest. This week's all about honesty, guys, being truthful. So this week, tell it how it is. Ring up the people in that organization and say, hey, what's going on? The more you pester them, the more they're going to put you at the top of that list. They're going to say, let's just get her out because she's always complaining. I've got so much to do, and here she is bugging me again. So be in their face. They'll get you something, okay? Hope that helps you, darling girl. You know I only want the best for you, as I do with everybody. Colin M. Sweet Dream says to Robert, I love it when our guys talk to each other. I love it that I've got men and gentlemen and females on here. Yay! Next level soul ascension. Good morning, Linda. I hope you and your daughter are well. Natter. Well, we had a major thunderstorm here last night. Major hail the size of your palm. Yes, that big was the hail 20 minutes away from me. Isn't it funny they were spraying all morning? We had heaps of chemtrails all over Brisbane. Everyone was saying, wow, they're really giving it to us today, aren't they? And then ironically, this major thunderstorm came through with hail the size of a hand, widespread damage. Everyone's now doing insurance claims because there's damage to cars, damage to houses, things are falling down and broken. Isn't it ironic? Insurance companies must be loving weather modification systems. Who makes the most money from insurance? The banks. Who makes the most money from the banks? The government. We got to follow the money flow, don't we? Follow the money. And it always leads back to the government. So, funny that. Alrighty. Hope my daughter and I are well. Well, yes, she hasn't texted me to say the house fell down. It wasn't like Dorothy in the tornado. Okay, 3 of Pentacles for you. Next level soul ascension. Yay! Please go have a look at what your card represents. Love would think positive thoughts. Yes. Always keep your positive thoughts going, especially this week, because this week is all about truth coming out. We're about to see a couple of disclosures. Did you see the thing about Biden coming out now? Funny. Obama, during Biden's 4-year term in office, Biden and Obama, who do you think was in the White House the most in the Oval Office doing work? So just not just saying the White House here, we're going to say the Oval Office. Who do you think was in the Oval Office doing the most work during the Biden administration? It's Obama by 150 days. That's 6 months out of a 4-year term more than Biden. Can you hear the crickets? So we all know who was the president. Because as you know, and I know, anyone with half a brain knows, you don't have a past president sitting in the Oval Office when there's a current sitting president that should be there. It doesn't do it. That's like King Charles, when he was still Prince Charles. That's like Prince Charles walking into the throne room at Buckingham Palace, where the ER2 is still on the chairs, and he sits on the throne and says, "I'm here to look after my mummy." It doesn't work that way. Nobody can be the POTUS when there's a POTUS already in office. Okay? So why was Obama in the White House, in the Oval Office, 6 months more than Bush? Well, they're all the same, aren't they? Let's get off that. I love it when I have those little slip-ups. Did you hear what I said? Who I said? Yes, you did. Okay. Barbara Byers. Oh, my God. Good morning, lovely Linda and Mary. Hang on, did I give? Oh, yeah. Thank you for Christchurch, New Zealand. Well, you got the Queen of Wands. This is you, Barbara Byers. Love would ask for the directions. So everything, you don't have to do everything. Ask for help. This is what these cards are saying to you, Barbara. Ask for help, okay? Yeah. Now, I just want to make sure that I've got my cards right again. Jokey, Julie, Joko. We've got Robert Harris. Caitlin. Yep, that one's Caitlin's. Little Wave. I got Little Waves. Abacus 30. And P. Williams. Yes, so Barbara, these are your cards. Sorry, because I talk and I forget whether I've mentioned the cards or not. It's early Sunday morning. Come on. Oh my God. You know, and I'll be honest, Sunday morning for me is usually when I like having a sleep in, but I'm here most weeks, right? Thank you for doing that. Because Saturday nights, now that my daughter's not usually here, that's when I get dressed up and I go out. Okay? So I like going out and seeing people doing stuff. So Saturday night, well, last night I ended up watching Netflix till 1 o'clock in the morning. Yes, it was all fun. Okay, so P. Williams, let's keep moving along. Hello, Linda. Have a weekend. Have a good weekend. Do you have any messages for me? May I get a card, please? Well, P. Williams, I'm going to let the card read it for you because you got the Ten of Wands. Love willingly compromises and accommodates others' needs. So let me put them together for you so you can write them down. Pause the screen so you can write down your cards. Look it up on Google and get your own private messages, okay? P. Williams. Okay, so there's yours, P. Williams. All right. So now we go to the Abacus 30. Nano. Got your card here. Hi, Dr. Lynda. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. May I please have a card? Thank you for helping us and being you. Oh, I love you. Oh my God, I really don't need coffee. You know, I haven't drunk coffee now for about 3.5 years. Wow. I don't drink coffee anymore. Do you think I need it? Don't think so. Hi, Dr. Lynda. Okay, we've already read that. So Abacus 30. Oh my gosh, look what you got, the special card. This one, I don't classify this one, the Wheel of Fortune. I don't classify this one as the better of the two out of the Wheel of the World card. The World card is a better card. Let me explain. The World card means that because someone before had the World card. With the World card, everything's turning out well. There's no bad solutions. Whereas with this card, the Wheel of Fortune, we've got to watch what we put on these little slots going around this card. And then we spin the wheel and we always tip, 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 tip. You got to be careful what it lands on. Okay? If you put all the good stuff on there, if you put on that, I want $5 million, I want $20 million, I want $100 million, flip that wheel, would you still be happy if you won the $5 million? So you've got to be, again, really careful about what you put on that Wheel of Fortune, the Abacus 30, okay? Put on everything that you want, put all your intentions out of what it is that you want in your life, and here it is. Love would plant a garden of flowers. So this is where you're using the Wheel of Fortune to plant all your little seeds around the wheel and then potluck, spin the wheel and see what it lands on. Only put out your best intentions. Be truthful to yourself because this week is all about being truthful to ourselves, guys. Okay? Hopefully you get everything you deserve because that's all I ever want for you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, little wave. Hi, Linda. Thinking of you and hoping things are going well. Wishing everyone here a feeling that we're on the right path. We are all on the right path, little wave. May I please have a card regarding being on the right path to fulfillment this week and being my true self? See? It's all about being our true self this week. Thanks for all that you are. So your card is the Seven of Pentacles. And I love it when they put little animals in. Look at the little animal up here. What is he? He's a little squirrel. We got the little squirrel in the top. And we got the little sheepies down the bottom. So you've even got to look at what the animals represent. What does the squirrel represent? What does the sheep represent? So it's not just about the card. It's why they put this artistry on the card. Seven of Pentacles. So little wave, you've got love would do small acts of kindness with your card. Okay. Now, I do want to go there. Had a reading with a lady this week, and if you do want a private reading from me, please make a PayPal transaction, contribution. I don't charge, so it's only what you can afford and what you think I deserve. Send it over, and then please email me and tell me where you are and how much you've contributed. So we work it out, work out time zones, and I can fit people in next week. Okay? Easy for a private reading. So, little wave, are we on the right path? I was talking to a lady just the other day, yesterday, I think it was, and she said, I don't think I'm on my path. So I told her a story about when I was off my path. And if you've read my book, which is called Spirit Guides and Life Paths Explained, you'd understand this. When we are off our path, we get extremely sick. We start shaking, very nervous, anxiety. We start to throw up. We get diarrhea, headaches, can't sleep. Skin starts to feel like it's crawling. That's when we know we're off our path. I've had that a few times in my life, which I won't explain now because it's a 10-minute story. But when we're on our path, which I believe that we all are at this point, but we're calmer. We're just in this, what the F moment is going on? I can't work it out. Why am I stuck? Nobody's stuck. When we are in a holding position, like planes when they circle the airport, going round and round and round, and you think, when am I getting off the ride? When we're in that holding pattern, stuck, that's where we've got to learn patience and to trust the universe. That's when we release our stuff. Let go of things. Look around your house. Do you really need all your ornaments? If I had to get rid of something up in this top corner here, I've got 3 things: my crystal, my rabbit, and my dolly. If I had to get rid of one of those 3 right now, the crystal's gone. I don't even have to think about it because my dolly, I've had her all my life. She is the most important thing to me. And the white rabbit stipulates that I go down the white rabbit hole. My crystal, I've got thousands of crystals in my house. I don't need it. But I do need the belief in what they're doing to us, which is the white rabbit. And I want to keep my dolly that my mother gave me when I was about 2. So we go through this analytic, researching who we are, what we are, why we have things in our lives. Why do I have the crystal? Why do I have the white rabbit? Why do I have that doll sitting behind me? Why do I have these roses sitting here? Why do I have the vase? And why do I have the table that the vase is sitting on? So you ask yourself all the physical things that we have. And then you start with your inner stuff. Oh my God. Because this is where we go to that dark side of the soul. Why am I so kind? Why do I get so judgmental? Why? In my book, 5 Years in Heaven, I have an exercise. It's called the why because. So every time you say something, you put the why there, and then you have to answer it with the because. And then the next sentence is you ask that as a why. So let's go there. Why did I get upset? Mary was on the veranda today. Because she's an old cat and I worry about her. So now you make the next question, the why, about your answer. Why are you concerned she's an old cat? Because I love her to bits. Why do I love her to bits? Because she's an old cat and I want to protect her. So why do I want to protect her so much? Because I know she's getting old and she's going to die soon. So why am I so concerned about her dying? Because this is where it gets the analytical of my psychology and the psychoanalysis of your soul. And I'm doing it live with you right now in here. So why am I so scared of Mary getting old and dying? Because she's my companion pet. She's the one that's with me when I have anxiety. She's the one I talk to when my daughter's not here. She's my companion. She's my best friend. So I'm going to miss her when she goes. So from leaving Mary on the veranda, I've just worked out, going through this dark part of my soul, that I'm not worried about her being on the veranda. She can't jump up anyway because she's 7 kilos. She wouldn't be able to jump up over the veranda. Good luck. She has a heart attack just trying to beg for her food. But at the end of the day, I'm more concerned about her getting hurt and dying. See what I mean when we go to that dark side of our soul? Yeah, you start crying because we work out the truth of who we truly are. I'm going to miss Mary when she goes. I don't know how I'm going to be when she goes. She's been with me every day for the last 10 years. Wow. So she is like my best friend. A cat. Who would have thought? But now that I know, this is where we have that moment. And it's like, yes, the weights are gone, the chains are being removed. I now know why I get so scared whenever something happens to Mary. Thank God it's not Mary I have to contend with. It's my own stupid mental health. Why am I so scared about Mary? It's nothing to do with Mary. It's about how I'm going to feel when she dies. And when we have that epiphany, and when we have that moment of truth, and then we can move forward saying, well, okay, how can I protect myself then so I don't go through that? How can I set myself up, be more, I don't know, financially viable, stability? How can I be more productive in my life? How can I do this, do that when she dies? Me and my daughter have already said, the day Mary's dies, we're going down to replace her. Because I can't live without my cats. I've always had cats. Back in the 80s, I used to breed cats. Siamese. One time there, I had Nikki, Oscar, Jensen was my black Burmese. And then I also had the mum. I had Nikki and Bonnie. So I had the 4 cats. Nikki had 6 kittens. Bonnie had 8. So I had 14 plus the 4. So I had 18 cats in my house at one point. Thank God they all got sold. But because I was a professional breeder back in the 80s. But it shows me how much I love having cats around. I love my Egyptian mouse, the Siamese. They're gorgeous. So anyway, a little bit more about me that you didn't know, right? But this is what we have to do, guys. We have to go down that rabbit hole and really find out the guts of why we do stuff. Why do we get up so upset when people do things? I saw this guy the other day. I've got a little road next to me. It's a one-way road. And it goes back down to the main road, but it's only one way coming up from the road. I was walking up there to the shops and this guy was coming down the wrong way. I pulled him up and said, no, you can't do this. And he said, fuck off, blah, 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 right? And he started swearing at me. I said, mate, it's a one way. There's heaps of accidents here. And he said, well, what's it to you? And I said, well, I'm only trying to protect you. If you have a car accident, it's your fault. You've got to pay your insurance. So he did a U-turn and left. But as I'm walking away, I thought, why did I get involved for? Why did I have to say something? Because I was with the police and I've got PTSD from all the car accidents I saw, from stupid people doing stupid things. And I was trying to protect them. So then I asked myself, why then am I now thinking that this is from the past with the police where I was dealing with a lot of car accidents? Well, because I don't like seeing people getting hurt. Well, why? Because it's the why because example that I'm talking about here. Why don't I like people getting hurt? Because I care for everybody. Bingo. I care for everybody. Regardless of age, sex, relationship status, country of birth, country of origin, culture, diversity, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a rat's about where you're from, who you are, where you're going. I look at the soul of people and I ask myself, are you within your soul doing everything you can to be honest and truthful, living your dreams and goals of being a better person? If the answer is yes, get on the boat. I'm the captain of the boat, get on my boat. We'll row out into the middle of nowhere and we'll escape all this crap that's going on with the societies around the world, and we'll create loving, happy energy for everybody on this world. We don't have to stop the war that's coming, as John Connor says in the end of Terminator 3. We don't have to stop the war. We only have to survive the war. So we pick up the pieces after the Bill Gateses and the Anthony Fauci's, the World Economic Forum, the UN, Agenda 30s, and whatever else you want to put out there. Once they've done their damage and all us survivors say, we knew all along what was going on, we can sit there and pick up all the pieces. That's what our purpose is, guys. That's why we're here. And Little Wave, being on the right path, I just went on a 10-minute tangent to tell you you're on the right path because you're here to pick up the pieces when it all falls apart. It is already falling apart. The more they try to push the next agenda, the next, oh my God, next pandemic's going to be worse than the last one. Yeah, F off. We don't want it anymore. Go home. And we can sit there and say, I love you, but I don't want you anymore. I love everybody, Bill Gates included. I love the guy who killed me, for God's sake. The guy who sent me to heaven, who lied to the police that I was floating by the ceiling. If you've read my NDE, when he told the sheriff that he didn't even know me, and I was sitting there, really? Watching, observing him. So when the sheriff came and saw me in hospital and he said, what's your relationship status with this guy? And I said, we've been married for 9 months. And the sheriff looked at me and he said, he told me he didn't even know you. You've only lived in his house for 3 weeks. I said, I know. I was floating next to the ceiling. I saw everything. But he said, but you were dead in the back room. And I said, yeah, but I was floating. I heard the whole conversation. I said, what do you need from me today? Isn't it funny how the irony of life turns out? I had to die. I had to float in the lounge room watching my ex-husband who killed me talking to the sheriff, lying through his teeth, telling him that he didn't even know us when we'd been married for 9 months. Truths are coming out, guys. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get there. But if we trust the plan, and if we're honest, and we live by our morals and values, and we do everything we can to be better people, guess what? Karma's a bitch. But if we live on the right side of karma, and we're creating loving energy for everybody else, we are on that right path, Little Wave. We are on that right path. Because we can't see what's coming in the future. When I died in 2001, did I have even a glimpse that I'd be sitting here today talking to some gorgeous, loving people like yourself, telling you to have the hope of heaven so we can get through all this crap that they're giving us every day? And that's exactly where I am. So how grateful am I? How in love with life am I, where I can say, I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing it for you and 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 you. And together, wherever you are on the planet, UK, France, Australia, China, Yugoslavia, Canada, America, Fiji, Peru, wherever you are, we've got this. Because a big word to Little Wave. There's 3 words that we must keep reminding ourselves of, guys. Love. always wins. Doesn't matter the crap you've been through in your life. Get over it. You couldn't have been through a death like mine. If you're still breathing, get over it. Put the past into the past. Love it. Be appreciative of every single crappy thing that's ever happened to you. And just say, wow, that's making me a better person for tomorrow with what's coming. Because as I've said over the last couple of weeks, we are not even at the tip of this roller coaster. We're still going up the side, and every inch up, we're seeing more clarity with what's going on. We have to buckle up, put on our seatbelts, put on our helmets, and enjoy the ride. Love the ride. Don't hate what's going on, because we're only creating it for them. So little wave, please say I have a card regarding being on the right path. You're on the right path because you're right here talking to me today. Don't ever forget it, that you're not alone. And never forget the 3 words. Love always wins. Yes! And as soon as we can live those 3 words and say, you know what, love always wins. Ha 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 ha. Love always wins. Oh my God. The empowerment we get, the energy we get, and it spews out of us to everybody else around us. So everyone's feeling it. Yeah, bro, I'm feeling it. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Don't ever lose your love. Little wave. 2 lines of writing just sent me down a 10-minute tangent, but I hope you've got the message. Okay? Your card is the 2 of Swords, because we're always going to have self-doubts. We're always going to be put into judgment. We're always going to be put into situations we don't like, because how can we ever learn something unless we are put in somewhere we don't like, so we learn that we don't like it. 2 of Swords, little wave, and your card is Love Likes Kittens and All Baby Animals. Oh my God, I get so excited when I think about little cats. Little baby cats. Oh, I love it. Okay, I've got to keep going, guys. I really do. Okay, Caitlin. Hi, Linda. May I have a card? Sorry, Caitlin. I'm going to just rush through you today, but I really want to go there because your card is the Hermit, which means the loner. You feeling alone? I hope you've taken in the last 10 minutes of what I've just said, baby girl. You are gorgeous. You are wanted. And there's reasons why we feel alone. There's reasons why we feel like the world's up against us, because we've got to remember that we are not alone. We're all in this together. Wherever you are on the planet, zoom out to Venus, then zoom out to another universe all together. Look back at this little dot of the Earth and say, wow, we really are closer than what we think. Okay, I used to talk to this guy years ago. He lived in the city in a high-rise apartment building. He said, I'm so lonely. And I said, honey, look at the floor plan of your building. But behind your wall is someone else's bed. You're sleeping 3 feet from the next person in the next unit. And he said, wow, I never thought of it in that context. And I said, think of it this way. 5 feet below you is another bedroom where someone's sleeping. 5 foot above you is another bedroom where someone is sleeping. So you're not alone. In a 10-foot radius, you've got about 6 people. How can you ever say you're alone? We're not alone. We're not alone. Energy travels so far. Even when you've got bodies within 6 feet of us. So please, guys, just remember, the world is against us at this point. We have to stay strong. And sometimes we do have to withdraw and become the hermit to empower ourselves to be to come into that fruition of what we are to be. Love enjoys doing things together. Now, isn't that in contrast to the Hermit card? As the Hermit's the loner and you're doing things together. But this is your chance, Caitlin, to really think about, while you're alone in your thoughts, think about what it is that you want to do to create for others. That's the magic of it, isn't it? So let's keep going. Mel's gone to bed. I decided to stay up. It's all good, Robert. Joko Paranormal. Hang on, I've done something wrong here. Oh, no, I don't. There they are. Okay, it's all good. It's all good, guys. Oh, I thought I'd lost Julie's cards because I already had her cards out. It's okay. So, Joko Paranormal, I've got your cards. Okay, so you got the Seven of Cups. Joko Paranormal. I love the Seven of Cups. What a nice card. Look at the flame. Look, everything's got different things coming out of them. Options, 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 Seven of Cups. Love would try to remain optimistic. Now, you've got to remember with these guys, with these cards, guys, the love cards are always about love, okay? They're always here telling us about our love. Love would try to remain optimistic because this is the card for all of us, not just Joko Paranormal. When we put out our intention to be optimistic, positive with everything in our lives, that's when magic starts to happen from the universe, and we can truly start to admire and appreciate everything around us. Okay, Julie Youngren. Hello, Linda. I thought there was no live today. May I please have my cards? Well, I do. I just put them down wrong. I lifted them up before. Okay. I thought there was no live today. May I please have a card? I did have a job interview this week. Fingers crossed. I am visualizing that I got it. Yes. Because look at you. You're on two different paths. The Two of Wands. This is all about choices for you. Coming up with decision making. And, love likes kittens and all baby animals again. Yes, I've got 2 packs, though, guys, that I do use, okay? Love likes kittens and all babies animals. So here it is. Think about what it is that you want. Think about who you were when you were a kid. Think about all the loving things inside of you and then create that within the job that you want. Okay? I tell people all the time, don't do jobs that you don't like, because then you go home and you're creating all that energy at home. Okay, so I finished with my Love Dove cards today because Julie was my last card. Oops, itchy eye now. Okay, Julie, hugs to everybody. Okay, Julie Youngren, my cat Jake fell off the 3rd floor balcony and he was not injured. That was 30 years ago. Yeah, they do sugar gliders. Meow, they always land on their feet. Oh my God. Okay. Hammer Bammers. You're my first one that I've actually got to pull a card for today. Now, guys, I will tell you, I've only got half an hour to go because I've got to go down and pick up Tashi. Little Witch still has not done her driver's lessons. She's got to get on and get her P plates. Here in Australia, you're on a learner's permit where I have to drive with her. Then she goes on to her Ps for about 5 years. They have red Ps and then they have green Ps. So they're like under supervision with all the cameras and surveillance. And then it also lets other drivers know that they're still learning still. So the P platers, they're the ones who think, I'm in the car by myself, I can drive like a lunatic. So most accidents do happen with P platers, unfortunately, because their ego takes over the driving. So we've got to get her onto her Ps so then she can start driving down to her friend's place without me going too. Anyway, it's all good. I don't mind tracking it down because we have the best chats when we're in the car. See, we always create good things that come from bad situations. Okay, Hammer Bammers. Ape. I hope I can get a card if I'm not too late. Hello. Oh, there it goes. It just fell on the floor. Okay. I'm not too late. I love you for doing this, whether I get a card or not. Hammer Bammers, you got the 5 of Pentacles. This one fell on the floor, so I had to pick it up. So I know that's yours because it spat itself out of the deck. Okay. Hammer Bammers, please look that up. Julie Youngren says, gentle hugs and love to Mary. Okay. Oh, gosh, I've just refreshed my screen. Look how many comments I've got. Oh, my gosh. I've got to go way up. Okay. Julie Youngren says that. Yep. Colin says your hair looks great. Thank you, Colin. Anna Trues, I know you've been waiting patiently, darling. I saw you come on an hour ago. Oh my God, you waited an hour to get your card. Hope you're keeping cool and sane. I'll be awake for a bit in the UK. Love you. Oh my God. AD28 says blow up the like button. Please press the like button because the algorithms do like it to be shared. Okay. If you want a private reading from me this week, please use the PayPal link below and then email me, Lynda@LyndaRay, and tell me how much you've contributed, where you're located so we can work out time zones. You know, even if you say, hey, I'm in California, I'm 17 hours behind you, I can do 4 o'clock on Thursday, which will be 9 a.m. Friday for me. If you work it out, that's great because a lot of people do that. I don't expect it, but I just reply with a Zoom link. How fast do we get it done? Okay, if I've got the availability there, of course. So, Anna True, let me just give you a little plug. If you want your spirit guides drawn, Anna does the amazing spirit work. Click her name. It'll take you over to her page, her YouTube channel. You can see her videos that she's got there. You'll be able to see her contact information. She lives in the UK and she draws spirit guides. So I have had it done. She is amazing. Please go and see Anna if you need it done. Okay, Anna True got the Knight of Wands. And I'm just going to write this down. Okay, Knight of Wands, because I'll message her later because it's getting quite late in the UK. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning over there now, so I'll send that over to her. Okay, Knight of Wands for Anna True. AD28 says blow up the like button, folks. Yes, please. Okay, anything to get my algorithms back up to speed. Little wave, your hair, your great, lovely hair. AD, thank you so much. Shannon Armstrong says, hello. Love your curl in your hair. I would appreciate a tarot card. Yes, you can have a tarot card. Yay. Yay and yay. Oh, there it is. It's this one. Yes, it did come. Oh, Temperance, Shannon Armstrong. Please go and research what this card represents for you. Temperance card. Okay. Please look it up. It is 14 in the major arcana. Okay. Someone said to me the other day, what does the numbers represent? And I said, it's just the numbers in order. So it's 14 in the major arcana. When you look at the minor arcana, which is the Wands, Pentacles, Swords, and Cups, those ones have the Ace, and then it goes up through to the 9 and the 10, and then it goes to the Page, Knight, Queen, and the Kings. Okay? Yeah. So it's just numbers. Okay? But each number does represent stuff in the zodiac too. Okay, James Cole. Hello. Long time no see, James Cole. Anyway, let's go there. Caught you live, but going to sleep. It's gone 2 a.m. here. I'll watch tomorrow. Always good seeing you later, honey. James Cole, you are amazing. Thank you so much for all your support over the past few years for me as well, since I've been doing this YouTube channel. I have the most amazing people who do watch me, not every week if they can't. I don't care because I don't judge and I will never assume or expect people to do stuff. But to see people coming back, I love it. There's my testimonial right there. I don't need to list testimonials because people would not go back if they didn't like what I was doing. I get a lot of people who do come back for repeat readings. They wouldn't be coming back if they didn't like what I was doing. So I don't need to put out testimonials, guys. James Cole is one of those few. And you got this one. It is the Knight of Swords. Lovely card for you, James Cole. Knight of Swords. Okay, let me just have a drink of water. Oh my God, it's so hot in the AC. Oh gosh, now I've just dropped my lid. Where did that go? Oh, come on. Okay. So, It's getting hot here in Australia, so of course I've got to keep my hydration up. All right, Robert Harris, thank you, Linda. That's helpful. I'm off to hit the hay. Love you, Robert. It's that Aussie chick says, thank you, Linda. Marissa Drummond says, hooray for fellow D&D player. So much fun. I miss playing it. Kendra. Hello, my gorgeous Kendra. Okay, card for Kendra this week. Oh, righty. Now, Kendra. Yes, Kendra has friended me on Facebook. So I get to see all the beautiful videos that she's been doing. The other day she was driving up some hill in amongst the trees. I just sat there thinking, wow, that looks so nice. And then she had a video where she put out that it was just a stream of water. So it was like a little ripple of water coming down, like a little creek. And I just thought, oh, wow, I love this video. So I watched that one a few times. Just listening to the water was so calming. Kendra, you really do not know, maybe you do, but I want to reiterate with you how much you are creating goodness for others. You're in America, I'm in Australia, and you gave me so much joy over the last days watching your videos on Facebook. It was amazing. Thank you so much. So today, the message is all about true self. Truths are coming out. Be honest with yourself, so we are true to ourselves as well. Stay in this perpetual momentum of being kind and good to others, because the more we're kind and good to others, the more that ripple will create the truth in others to come out. Wow, what a great card for you, Kendra. I think I've had this one before for you. You got the Empress card. This is a woman who knows what she's doing. She knows where she's going. She knows how and what she is. This is a woman who's done the hard yards, the Empress. This is a woman who truly has looked within herself. I know that's within you, Kendra. You're amazing. And I love you to bits because I know what you're going to do with this bit of the video. And it's that ripple that you're creating is what I love about you. You know, so many people these days are talking about Charlie Kirk. But we're all Charlie Kirks. Kendra, you are a Charlie Kirk. Even just watching your doorbell ringer videos, which make me laugh, by the way, but that's creating positive, loving energy, right? You're doing such a great job. Please know the compliments are not stopping. You are doing an amazing job, like hopefully a lot of us want to aspire to do. So we can all take a little step back and say, what can I do better today to do that little random act of kindness where I can generate just a little bit of love and peace in this planet? Wow, Kendra, I love you. I hope the Empress card really proves that to you. Thank you so much for watching. So Marissa Drummond, she says, thank you. I'm just hoping to get out of the tent before it gets colder. I did apply 2 days ago and I heard I'm on the waiting list for both. No. Please know I'm thinking of you, Marissa, okay? Yep. Okay, Viola Light, 11. Let's get my cards going. Good morning, dear Linda. Finally got to see you live this time. Yay! Yes, we must be ourselves. Best advice ever. Love yous all. Vicky. Viola Light. Is this another Vicky Light? I don't know. She's come in as a different person, but I got a card for you, Viola Light. You got the Hierophant, which is the priest card. This is the preacher card. Go out there and tell people. Be honest with people. I do it all the time. Look at the trouble I get into, but I don't care. I don't care. If I see people doing the wrong thing, I tell them. Okay? I had a really interesting conversation with a guy the other day. He actually said I was gaslighting him. Oh my God. I said, mate, you've really got to work out what gaslighting is, because you're gaslighting yourself. Because what you've got is self-deflection. You're blaming me for everything that you're doing. Wow. And then, oh yeah, he kept going. So I said, look, mate, we could go all day. I've studied psychology for 2 decades. You really want to keep fighting? Because I can just psychoanalyze you all night long. The more you go, the more you're proving yourself to me. He ended up just going, walking away, because he doesn't want to face his inner demons. He doesn't want to look at who he was and what he's doing. But I'm the instigator. I don't try to sugarcoat things. You know? There's a lot wrong with this planet. The only way that we fix it is by identifying what's going wrong so we can fix it. Okay, let's keep going. Viola, I gave you a card, didn't I? My brain is a little bit crazy at times, so let's get you another one, Viola Light. I did give you a card. It's telling me yes, I did. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to give you this one. Yeah, so here's another card. 7 of Pentacles. Viola Light. There's another one for you. Gotta love it. I gotta love it. Brain fried. I'm brain fried today. Okay, but you know the cards don't come out from me. They come out from her. If you notice how I do my tarot, I don't choose the cards. So thank God. I'm sure she just sits there and laughs at me all day. She says, oh, Lynda. Oh, Lynda, she's done it again. Shannon Armstrong. Love your book, said Little Wave. Thank you. Do you guys know I've got 4 books? I'm working on my 5th. So if you do want my books, please go over to my website, lindaray.info. I've got 4 books there. Make a contribution through PayPal. Email me to say you've done it, and I reply with them all attached as PDFs. Please don't buy them online, because you're only giving your money to Amazon and all the other conglomerates that are worth billions of dollars. Come to me privately for books or readings, okay? Okay, Shannon Armstrong, honesty with ourselves, our pets are our best friends. Absolutely. Amen. Thank you, said Shannon Armstrong. Dust to dust. Oh, gosh, here we go. I've just refreshed my screen. Yep, dust to dust. Thank you, Linda. Much love. So let's get you a card, dust to dust. Oops, there it is. God, we're getting a lot of 2s today. Choices to be made. 2 of Cups. This is for you, dust to dust. 2 of Cups. Let me just blow my nose, guys. Sorry. Okay, Josie Science. She says, Lynda, can you tell me if Cornell will absolutely understand my situation? Thank you. Pull a card. Love you. Honey, Josie Science. We've mentioned this a lot of times, darling girl. I never read for other people. If you want this guy to understand you, Cornell, if you want that person to absolutely understand you, you've got to set up a meeting with them so you can explain it to them so they understand where you're coming from. This is your chance to show accountability and responsibility. You're a young, gorgeous, influential woman at this point, okay? You're gorgeous. You're getting there. Start trusting in you more, okay? I'm going to pull you a card for how things are going, but remember, this card is about you, because I don't read for other people. It's against karma. No one should ever read for other people, okay? Let's get you a card. Oh my gosh, guys, I've got 10 minutes and I've got to get off here. I talk under, someone said to me once, Lynda, you can talk under wet cement. Think about what that says, what that means. Lynda, you can talk under wet cement. Like the mob, how they always bury people in cement. And I'd still be yakking. Don't stop that. Do, 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 Don't stop that. You can't stop that. However that song goes. Oh, there's your card, Josie. Good. That interrupted my song routine. 9 of Cups you got. Please go research what that means for you. Okay, 9 of Cups. Okay, KK, hello. May I get a read on how does K feel about me? KK, I do not read for other people. I can only tell you how you're feeling and how you will go with that relationship. Okay, if you do want a private reading from me, make a contribution in PayPal. We'll set up a Zoom call and we go from there. Follow my instructions in my link below, how to get a reading from me. Virtually make a contribution in PayPal. I don't charge a set amount. Email me. Let me know where you are so we can set up time zones. Okay, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, which means right now it's 10:21 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, so if you say it's like 10:30 right now in Brisbane, so you can work out your time zones. But here is a card on how you're going. You got the Lovers card. So, but just remember, this reflects you, not so much Kay. This reflects you. This is your ideals of what you want to create. So at least we know that you're an honest, gorgeous person. Kay, everyone deserves love. KK, everyone deserves to be happy. I only want the best for you. Absolutely. But when you look into yourself and you say, why do I need this person? So you ask yourself, what is it that they're bringing to the table? Why do you want them? Because out of 8 billion people, why them? Are they the one that give you attention? Do they bring you flowers? Are they the ones who look after your kids while you go to school? Are they the ones that look after your pets while you go on holiday? Are they the ones that are paying your bills? Are they the ones supplying food for you? And if it's any of those sort of reasons that this person does for you, stop it and start doing it for yourself. That's what I say. Being self-sufficient is hard, okay? But you'll get there, KK. I love you. You've just got to learn to start loving yourself too. So, True says, hello, Dr. Lynda. May I have a tarot card from you, please? Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Yay, True. I love you. How are you, True? Because I love you. I am the worst poet, I tell you. You know, if there was corny songs from the 80s, that would have been me singing those. Corny songs from the 80s. Anyway, let's get off this. True, you got the Queen of Pentacles with the lovely peacock behind her and this weird symbol. So here you go. So there is some symbol. Whoops, it's on this side. There's this symbol here. Let me just show you. There's this crazy. Oh, that went upside down. It goes that way. Crazy, crazy symbols here on the card. Oops, upside down again. So there's your card, True. Okay. Please go research what the Queen of Pentacles means, because that's your card. Okay. Josie Science. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, so am I. Okay. I'm making a nice cup of tea. Oh, it's kind of hot here. Late. It's Saturday. Saturday. It's only beginning to stop being summer. Yeah, you guys are going into winter. We're just out of winter and we're already in the 90s. Happy days living in Australia. Kendra says, thank you for a wonderful card and all your kind words. If you like that video, I've got tons more and I can do better. I love you, Kendra. Dust to Dust says, mwah. Okay, well, guys, that's it for me today. Yeah, I said I wanted to get off here about 10:30. Yes, I've got to go down and pick up my daughter. We've got things to do today. So, message in a nutshell. If you do want a private reading from me, get in soon because I'm taking a week off while Elaine's here. Anyway, off that. Okay. Oh, I've got a few more comments coming in. Jackie Venturini. Yay, you can have a card. Thank you for just popping in before I left. On another side note, guys, we must stay in love at this point. Jackie Venturini, you got the King of Pentacles. There's your card for today. Please go and research what the King of Pentacles represents for you. Put it into Google and say, what does the King of Pentacles mean? Okay, you will find it. Marissa Dunwell says, have a wonderful week, everyone. I hope it's full of love and truth. Absolutely, Marissa. You are on the right path, darling. Please just keep true to you. That is the message that I'm receiving this week. Stay true, because there's so many lies about to come out. When we are in the frequency of truth is when we do decipher what are lies. There's going to be a lot of lies coming out this week. Stay aware of what's going on. Listen intently and ask your higher self, is this the truth or a lie? You'll get the answer. Okay? Because I'm already seeing this magic occurring. So, of course, you guys are connected to me. You're all here watching me. I love yous all. So on that note, stay safe. Stay strong. We are the soul-searching survivors that are going to be picking up the pieces when all these craziness ends. It's already fallen apart, if you haven't noticed. So we've just got to stay strong, stay in love, and be aware that we are not alone. We're all in this together. So on that note, love yous all. Talk to yous next week. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to yous then. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Love yous all. Bye.